And I think that's really important to understand, that the same Spirit that was hovering over the waters, who created, is the same Spirit that resides in us. And it's the same Spirit who moves in us as a body with our different parts. And I think it's important to note that I would say that most of the Bible is actually not written in you, right? Like when he's saying, you go do this. It's actually written in y'all, right? When he's saying you, he's saying you all, y'all. And that's really important to keep in mind as we get into discipleship, because I think that we're missing. I can say this because I've been across the U.S. for the past 7 years and seen all kinds of different churches. We're missing something. 3/4, I read in a book called Scrappy Church the other day that 3/4 of the churches in the U.S. are in decline. That hurts my heart. 3/4 of the church in the U.S. are in decline. And I think that's for a reason. You know, I was talking with a pastor over in Hawaii. We were talking about crisis and talking to people in crisis. And he said, a lot of people in our congregation don't know what to do when someone's going through a crisis. He said, we just had a couple who miscarried, and not a single person has talked to them because they don't know what to say. Right? We're not training the church to be the church. And I've had my share of crisis, right? I think I find comfort in Acts, where it talks about when Saul was blinded and God was telling Ananias to go to Saul. What did he say? He said, "Go, for he is chosen vessel of mine to bear my name before the Gentiles, kings, and the children of Israel, for I will show him how many things he must suffer for my name's sake." My life started out at 2 months old, getting thrown across the living room by my mother, my biological mother, and hitting elk horns, and I had to get 11 stitches in the back of my head. Broken family, divorce, and when I was 5, I was run over by an 18-wheeler. And grew up being the cripple kid that everyone made fun of. Right? My sister was abducted for a year. My dad remarried Melissa, who I picked before he picked her, right? She was my babysitter as he was trying to find me a mom. And I picked her. And then at 13, they realized one leg was 1.5 inches shorter than the other, and I had to have extremely painful surgeries. So that's all before 13. Plus, not even mentioning living in the slums in Columbus, Ohio, with my biological mom, downtown Columbus, holes shot in the front door, Molotov cocktails thrown on the side of the building, right? And at 13, I'm sitting at the back of a Passion play, watching this Christmas play, and I'm angry at God. Because I said, what did I ever do to you? And I understand sin, God, and I know I'm sinful, but what did I ever do to you to deserve all of this? And he spoke to me in that moment, and he said, I've allowed these things to happen to you because I want you to understand people, and I want to use you in a mighty way.
Thank you for tuning into the House of Worship online. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Now, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. God bless you. See you next time.